Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. I wanted to talk about the time I met Raychul Moore, which was at the Vancouver Fan Expo. But before I do, it's related to this Retrocade magazine, which came out in 2012. So I kind of wanted to cover a few bases here that leads up to meeting Raychul Moore face to face. What had happened is I actually was a contributor to this magazine. I was approached by Rob Mayers, I think it was 2011 when he first contacted me, and asked would I like to write for this magazine, and I did so. We did a few issues. One issue, we were trying to think of, what's something that we can get some attention for the magazine with, and some of us had piped up, why don't we do something controversial? Why don't we do sex in video games and talk about the racier side of the video game market, because that'll get us some attention if nothing else. And Rob was like, yeah, sure, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. What do people want to contribute? And I've already taken a lot of what I'm about to discuss into another video I've already talked about. But let me at least show you my article in here. Now, we've got quite a variety of different stuff talking about the Atari games that were famous for their raciness here. What do we got? There's some coverage of just like regular things. Let me just see if I can find my article here. There we go. That's me. So I wrote this article here, warning, poison may cause blindness. And what was kind of nice was I used a lot of the stuff I discussed in this article when I discussed poison for my Digital Crush series. So this is all a lot of material here that you've already heard before if you watched that video. So just thought I would point out this was sort of the origin of all that research that I did. And when I was compiling this this magazine article, I was thinking, if there's anybody that I want to be able to ask the permission to use their image, it is Raychul Moore, because she did this photo shoot many years ago, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, yeah, that's poison. That is totally her. And I was preparing to do this article, and I thought, I'd like to use it, but I don't want to get in trouble, so I'll try and contact her. And I did. There's her website there, raychul.com. And I just thought, how am I going to do this? How do I approach Raychul Moore and say, I'm sure she'll be happy to have her image in a magazine. Sure, no problem there. But given what we're talking about, is she going to, I don't know, is she going to find that inappropriate? Is she not willing to? And never mind any of that. She's a big-time cosplayer. She's very well-known around the world. Hence her showing up in Vancouver Fan Expo. How's somebody who's like a little writer for a little magazine going to get in touch with her? But I did. I went to her website and I used email. I thought, yeah, she'll totally be the kind of person who still reads email in the 21st century. Nowadays, the follower on Twitter, I've kind of moved into the modern era. But back then, I emailed her at her website and just said, write in this article, I'd really like to do a subject on poison. Do you mind if I use one of your images? And fairly quickly afterward, she got back to me and said, yes, absolutely. So hence she's in here, which is great. And the article was exactly what I wanted it to be. Very, very happy about that. And then when I heard she was coming to Vancouver Fan Expo, I just thought to myself, what I want to do, if possible, is actually get her to sign this, because that would mean a lot to me. And I had actually, as a thank you in the email that I sent her years ago, I had said, look, I'd like to send you a copy of this magazine. And I did follow her on YouTube for a while to see, is she ever going to, quite often she'll open up boxes of things that people have sent her. And I was always looking for, I don't know, for months, I kept watching when she opened up these boxes that fans had sent. Is my magazine in there? Never saw it. And I thought, okay, well, maybe she didn't really get it. Maybe her people that open stuff for her in advance to make sure it's nothing, inappropriate. Maybe they looked at it and said, no, she's not going to see this. So I'd kind of dismissed it, and I thought, okay, well, whatever. But since she's coming to Fan Expo, yes, I'm definitely going to get her to sign this. So, wandered through the crowd and found her in the autograph section. It was a really fun experience to meet her face to face. I even said, or she said to me, "Thank you very much for coming in costume. That's awesome in the Hoth gear I was wearing." Um, and then she kind of pointed out to me, "I'm kind of wishing I was wearing something similar." She was in a Bowsette costume. Because she said they had placed her kind of under the air conditioning unit, and so the thinner outfit she had on wasn't really working. She was chilly, and she really was quite envious of my Hoth gear, so I thought that was quite nice. But she was super classy lady, really, really fun to meet. And then I brought out this magazine and I said, "Hey, do you mind if I get a copy of this? Do you mind if I get an autograph?" And as soon as I pulled it out, she did say, "Hey, I recognize that." And lo and behold, she has signed it to Kevin, Rachel. That was super, super nice. I'm very much appreciative of her doing so. Thank you very much, Rachel. And yeah, I'm glad because I'd actually brought an extra copy along with me to the show to say, "Hey, if you didn't get that first one, I would like to give you this one." But no, she said, "No, I definitely got it." And she was just super, super happy to have been able to help out my little article and also to sign my magazine. She even said she was kind of thinking of doing Poison at this show, but no, way too cold. And I said, "Yeah, I kind of get it." Anyway, so that was just a fun little event that I had at Vancouver Fan Expo. Wanted to give another big thanks to Raychul Moore for being so cool. And I guess until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.